I'm just waiting on Mike because I sent him the link to the Billy Joel album review. How much Sloppy Joe is in there? Let me see. Because I don't know if I'm going to have some.
If you like dance music, like they consider like dance music. But her last album was fire. You know what I'm saying? So her first song, but she had ASAP Rocky on the first single. Oh wow! I think it was on her first album. She's very underrated. She don't get a lot of yeah, a lot of overseas artists come in.
Ew. Baby skunks. Gilbert O'Sullivan. Bardock brush. No, she's very dope. That's a very dope artist as well.
And here's how you can create wall art in less than a minute. What you need: an iPad, frame, wall. The canvas we're using is 2,300 pixels by 3,000 pixels. Create a shape like this in the corner and fill it. Continue creating colored blocks like this, and this until you have something like this. Then grab the free brush to add a pattern like this and this, and you'll have something like this. Next, add depth by adding a diagonal and a vertical line and fill that shape. Keep going until you have something like this. Draw a window with an outline and add more windows with different shapes. And for drawing doors like this, and this. Next, add some simple rectangular shaped balconies with these vertical lines on the inside. Then add some simple shaped pots and fill them with plants like this, and this. Separate. And here's how you can create wall art in
Bluey.
yes.
So he's seen it. So okay, he's seen it. So I think he might come on in a few minutes. All right.
love, I love. I see it over and over again.
One time.
Oh, I know everything. Alright.
Underrated singer. Very, very underrated. Like she don't get her. Like it's great that it's so great that we're giving her flowers.
Show us your best Vanna.
I can draw anything for you. Just describe your idea. Download
I don't I don't understand why a lot of people are using AI for comics and card. I mean, I understand like AI, but I don't understand why people use AI as a way to, you know, I just find it lazy, like completely lazy that people are using AI.
what did I do?
If you hadn't mixed up those poisons,
Everybody, oh my gosh. First Winter Delicious show with my manager.
Wow, look at these amazing outfits. Looking for a free laptop.
both by Van Dyke and I play Arnold. So, you going to the party? Everybody likes him because he's a nice guy. I'll take care of things, okay? I'm Francesca Smith and I play Halligan Stilloway, who died and made her president of the universe. Halligan's not normal. She's always either yelling or she's really emotional.
My name is Jamil Smith, and I play Gerald. I am the definition of cool. That's fun. High hair, sky acting off. That's whack.
I'm Justin Chamberlain, and I play Harold.
I see we all go over a crash on his party and eat our.
Yeah, it's so cool how Hey Arnold was one of the first kid shows to have actual kids voicing the kid characters. That would make it authentic. Because normally when you have like a kids show, well, kid characters they're either voiced by adults trying to sound like kids, or they pitch their voice, or in case of male characters, some of them are voiced by like women. Like it works, but with shows like Arthur, Franklin, Hey Arnold, like they're one of the few cartoons where the kid characters are voiced by actual kids. That goes for Bluey as well, because Bluey, all the kid characters are voiced by kids, but when you see the end credits for Bluey, the only thing you see are the adult voice actors, not the kid voice actors, because they want to protect the kids, essentially. And and and, and I and I don't blame them whatsoever.
And they're basically like this category whole.
Believe it or not, this was the first daylight. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna say that for later and whatnot too. Pretty good too. You know what I'm saying? I like the. Have you heard it? Well, you were good. Yeah, it's about Demon Days. I love that album.
Have a good night. And hard work. You have a good night and y'all be safe out there. Call me tomorrow if you feel like it. You hear me? Hello? Hello? Oh, okay. I'll talk to you later. Love you. Love you too. Good night. Did your daddy eat some Sloppy Joe too?
Yeah.
It was enough.
Hmm.
Anybody cook over here?
No. I'm gonna do it over. Yeah, I'm gonna use Sonic Hits on my phone because yeah, just going back and forth. Yeah, on a computer. There we go. There's the overall meaning. Interesting facts. Okay, I don't see it. So it has 10 tracks. Well, both albums have 10 tracks. Like that's one thing. Like just make these tracks short and sweet. Don't make them over 17:8, like 17:23. Yeah, and have filler in it. I should have done it tomorrow. Midnight, after midnight. Hmm. I think he'll come home later on. Y'all think he'll come? I think he'll come on later on, like around 12:30 ish. Because I think he's still at work. So I'll wait. No, well, I can start this review, and when he comes in at 12:30, then he can pick up. All right, let me get okay. Already got Sonic Hits up, and let's start this. So put up Billy Joel. All right, so I'm I'm ready to start this. Let's let's go. So what's good, YouTube? This is Rayshawn Butler in the building, and my best friend Mike is gonna come on later on, like around 12:30, and but I'm gonna start this review because because I don't want to stay up too late, and I, I don't want to make this live stream too long. But the out but today we're doing a double album review on two albums by one of the legendary pop rock singers of the 70s, 80s, and 90s. And that is Billy Joel with his with, with his two albums, Glass Houses and An Innocent Man. Glass Houses was released on 1980, and An Innocent Man was released in 1983. So 3 years later, after Glass Houses. So to give a brief rundown of who Billy Joel is, um, singer songwriter William Martin Billy Joel was born in the Bronx, New York on May 9th, 1949, to Howard and Rosalind Joel. Shortly after he was born, the family moved to a section of America's famous first suburb, Levington on Long Island. Although his father was a accomplished classical pianist, it was Joel's mother who pushed the young boy to play piano. He began playing at the age of 4 and showed an immediate aptitude for the instrument. By the time he was 16, Billy Joel was already a pro, having joined his third band before he could drive. It wasn't long before the artist, inspired by the Beatles' iconic Ed Sullivan Show performance, committed heart and soul to a life of music. He dropped out of high school to pursue a performing career, devoting himself to creating his first solo album, Cold Spring Harbor, which was released in 1971. The terms of Joel's contract with Family's production turned out to be one onerous, and the artist was unhappy with the quality of the album they released. It wasn't a commercial success. Disillusioned with trying to make it as a rock star, Joel moved to Los Angeles to fly under the radar for a while. In early 1972, he got a gig working as a lounge pianist under the pseudonym Bill Martin. His time playing at the Executive Room on Wilshire Boulevard will later be immortalized in his song "Piano Man," which describes a no-name lounge, down and out patrons. Ew. By late 1972, an underground recording of Joel's Captain Jack had been released on the East Coast and was garnered positive attention. Executives from Columbia Records sought out the lounge player and gave Joel a second chance to become a rock star. With the momentum of a top 20 single, Piano Man, to his name, Joel began recording new songs and albums, coming out with Street Life Serenades in 1974. Many of his songs related to a growing frustration with the music industry in Hollywood, foreshadowing his exit from Los Angeles in 1976. As the years passed, Joel's style began to evolve, showing his range from pop to the bluesy jazz stylings that are now closely associated with his name. The Stranger, released in 1977, was Joel's first major commercial breakthrough, landing him 4 songs in the top 25 of the US Billboard charts. By 1981, Joel had collected a slew of awards, including a Grammy for Best Male Rock Vocal Performance and a People's Choice Award. Throughout the 1980s, Joel would be crowned a hitmaker with smashes such as Tell Her About It, Uptown Girl, Innocent Man, and The Longest Time. He would release 2 volumes of greatest hits and become the first American performer to unleash a full scale rap production in the Soviet Union. While churning out hits, Joe would also frequent the benefit circuit, performing with stars such as Cyndi Lauper and John Mellencamp to raise money for various causes. In 1989, on the heels of the successful single "We Didn't Start the Fire," Joel was presented with the Grammy Legend Award. His professional success continued unabated in the early 1990s, although his personal life became somewhat dramatic. After the release of River of Dreams, Joel slowed his studio recordings, but continued to tour alone and and in combination with fellow artists such as Elton John. In 1999, the worldwide sales of his songs passed the 100 million mark. Also that year, Joel was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame by his idol Ray Charles. Several years, several years later, in 2013, Joel received the Kennedy Center honors. In the early 2000s, Joel found himself in and out of rehab, struggling with an ongoing alcohol addiction. In 2007, Joel released the single "All My Life," his first song with original lyrics in 13 years. Though semi-retired in terms of recording new pop songs, Joel has continued to tour and branch out as an artist. He has composed a number of classical songs and even reworked older ballads with an orchestral backing. Throughout the years, Joel's songs have added as personal and cultural touchstones for millions of people, mirroring his own goal of writing songs that meant something during the time in which I lived and transcended that time. When Joel's residency at Madison Square Garden was announced in 2013, his devoted fans proved how much the singer's music resonated with them. As the first music franchise in MSG's history, Joel broke records. His monthly concerts have sold out every time, and as of October 2015, he has grossed over 46 million in sales. In personal life, in 1982, Joel split with his first wife, Elizabeth Weber Small, who had been his partner since 1973. In 1984, Joel would famously meet and marry supermodel Christy Brinkley. Soon after, their daughter, Alexa Ray, named after Ray Charles, was born on December 29th, 1985. Joel divorced Brinkley in 1993. In 2004, he married the television personality and journalist Katie Lee. Katie Lee. They would eventually divorce after 5 years of marriage. In 2015, Joel and his girlfriend of 6 years, Alexis Roderick, announced they were expecting a baby together. That summer, Joel and Roderick tied the knot at the couple's annual 4th of July party at his Long Island estate. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo presided over the nuptials. Their daughter Della Rose Joel was born on August 12th, 2015. So that's That's all you need to know about Billy Joel. He's a pop rock singer from the Bronx in New York City. He's best known for Piano Man, Uptown Girl, Longest Longest Time, Tell Her About It, Leave a Tender Moment Alone, and his most his most famous song, Why Should I Worry, which was from the Oliver and Company soundtrack, and he also voiced Dodger from Oliver and Company. For a little recap, see, that's Dodger, and that's Billy Joel's character that he voiced. And the first album that we're going to review is the Glass Houses album, which came out in 1980. And here's the album cover right here. And this the album cover right here. Very dope album cover, and it speaks 80s. This album cover speaks 80s. And he's still handsome to this very day. He's still handsome to this very day. So the album has 10 tracks. So let's get started. So track number 1 is oh okay. So track number 1 is You May Be Right, which is the first song of this album. Very dope song right here. And with this song, it pretty much talks about Joel singing about the ups and downs of a relationship. The first verse suggests that he has been caught doing something wrong at a party, apologized the next day, but is still getting the cold shoulder on Sunday. He defends himself, saying that he was only having fun and it wasn't hurting anyone. The second verse touches on his rebellious side, recounting that he has been in dangerous situations in the past, but made it home alive. He shrugs off the warning, saying that it only proves he's insane. The chorus, You may be right, you may be right, I may be crazy, but it's just maybe a lunatic you're looking for. Emphasizes the idea that sometimes people need a little bit of madness in their lives. He suggests that his partner may be looking for someone who will keep them on their toes and not just settle for mediocrity. The, the final verse offers the final verse offers a hint of the history between them, suggesting that he accepted her for who she was. Sorry about that. So where was I? So the final verse offers a hint of the history between them, suggesting that he accepted her for who she was when she was lonely, and that his craziness is a result of her influence. One interesting aspect of the song is that it is actually self-referential. Joel has said in interviews that he wrote about himself, and many of the events he describes are based on, on his own life experiences. In fact, the line "I've been stranded in the combat zone" is a reference to his time entertaining troops in Vietnam. Another interesting tidbit is that the iconic guitar riff was played by David Brown, the bass player from Santana. Brown was in the studio next door, heard the song being recorded, and asked if he could add something to it. Joel agreed, and the result is one of the most recognizable riffs in rock history. So very dope song, very dope message, and I just adore like how lighthearted and just up tempo this song was. Like if you like party songs, then you would like this record. It's very dope. It has a nice tempo beat, and yeah, the song's dope, and I love it. Now, track two is Sometimes a Fancy. Again, this is another cool track right here where Joel is Joel des- describes a man who is lonely and calls up his partner in the middle of the night because he needs stimulation since they're in a long distance relationship. The lyrics suggest that the man is not physically with his partner, but only in his imagination. The line, it's just a fantasy, it's not the real thing, reflects the idea that the man is aware of the limitations of his situation, but still longs for something more. The singer's emotions are uncontrollable, and it only seemed to hit him in the middle of the night, making him crave for his partner's emotional support. The lyrics suggest that there's a hotline available for him to call and receive assistance, but he doesn't want to deal with an outside party. His partner is the only one who can satisfy him emotionally and sexually. In the chorus, the lyrics suggest that sometimes a fantasy is all you need. The song highlights the significance of sexual fantasies and its importance in maintaining any long, distant relationship. The man knows that he cannot have his partner physically with him, but he imagines they are together and satisfies him with the thought. So, very cool song, very dope lyrics, very dope message, and I love um, Billy Joel's vocals on this song, and it's a very cool song. I love it. Now, track number three. Oh, an itch. Okay. Now, track number three is "Don't Ask Me Why." This is a pretty short track. It's only 2 minutes and 55 seconds, so it's a pretty short and sweet track that revolves around someone who is living their life to the fullest, taking risks and not waiting for answers or permission. The opening lines describe the grandeur of the person's surroundings and the attention they command, but also alludes to the transcendence of these things. Waiters leave tables and every dog must have his day. The repetition of "Don't ask me why" in the chorus suggests a sense of re- resignation and acceptance of the uncertainty of life. The lyrics also touch on the idea of the human heart being make believe and the struggle between fire and desire. The final verse highlights the singer's ability to leave their past behind and reinvent themselves, even learning a new language. Overall, The song urges the listener to live in the moment, to take risk and not to wait for permission or answers. It suggests that life is unpredictable and fleeting, but that there is joy and fulfillment to be found in embracing uncertainty and following one's desires. So very cool song, very sweet song, very short and sweet. I like it. Track track four is it's still rock. It's still rock and roll to me. Um, very cool track, very good song right here. And this song talks about so pretty much it's an ode to the classic rock and roll sound that has endured over the years, despite changing trends and fashions. The lyrics playfully mock the pressure to keep up with the latest styles in clothes, cars, and music. The song emphasizes that what truly matters is the music's sound and energy rather than any superficial trappings or commercial hype. The first verse focuses on the clothes people wear and emphasizes that they should not be judged on their clothes alone. Joel sings that people shouldn't be afraid to wear old styles like tab collars or jive because rock and roll is timeless. He mocks people who think they need to have the newest, most expensive fashion to look good. The second verse focuses on cars and suggests that old cars are still cool, even if they're out of style. Joel encourages people not to be sentimental and to avoid buying into the latest trends just because they're new. Finally, the third verse frames the song in a larger cultural context, with Joel mocking the pretentiousness of those who think they're hipper than everyone else because they're into the latest trends. He encourages people to keep enjoying classic rock and roll no matter what the experts say. Overall, the song celebrates the power of rock and roll to endure and connect people across time and generations. It suggests that music is about more than just trends and hype, and that people should take joy in the classics while embracing the new. So so this is a very interesting subject right here because you can still you can still enjoy music regardless of which era it came from, whether it be the old era or the new era. Like music is music, and and to me, when I think excuse me, when I think of music, it's all about having fun. Oh, excuse me. So when I think of music, like music doesn't always music doesn't always have to be about wearing flashy clothes or being ratchet or dressing like a slut or whatever. Like you don't have to be a Cardi B or a Megan Thee Stallion or a Lizzo just to gain publicity. But music is all about having fun. Music is all about having fun. It's very timeless and for it's for everybody. Like music music is like it's diverse. It's universal. It's for everybody. So this song resonate holds up well. Like excuse me. This song holds up very well because again, music is a very diverse. Um, it's very diverse. It's very diverse. It's part. it's part of our culture. It's how we all come together and just, you know, create music for just pretty much anybody in general. It don't have to be about the classical, the classic generation, and then the modern generation, because music is for everybody. And whether you're black, white, Asian, Mexican, Spanish, or whether you're fat, skinny, what have you, or average build, like mu- music music is for everybody. So very good starting here. Love it. Very dope. Track number 5 is All for Lena. This is a pretty solid song right here, and pretty much this song talks about a man who's become obsessed with a woman named Lena. She leads him on, and then suddenly changes her mind, leaving him heartbroken and unable to move on. The first verse describes how Lena leads the singer onto the train tracks, suggesting that she is reckless and dangerous. However, she quickly changes her mind and leaves him feeling confused and uncertain. The second verse describes their time spent together on the beach, where Lena fails to warn the singer about the rocks in the water, putting his life in danger. The consequences of this obsession with Lena are severe as he begins to neglect his responsibilities and, and relationships, losing friends and family while becoming consumed by thoughts of her. Despite this, he remains fixated on her, willing to do anything for her, even if there is no benefit to himself. The song highlights the destructive power of unrequited love and demonstrates the consequences of of pursuing someone who does not reciprocate those feelings. The singer becomes so consumed by his obsession that it starts to take over his life, causing him to neglect other important aspects of his life. And yeah, this song goes for anybody who's been who's been in that situation where they're so head over heels for somebody, whether it be a man or a woman that is very sexy and alluring, but despite their good looks, despite their seemingly wholesome attitudes, there's more than meets the eye, and they're not as pure or as innocent as you make them out to be. Like they could either be drug dealers, they could either be people who peer pressure you into doing things that you don't want to do, like illicit sex or drug illegal drug trading or sex trafficking, all that stuff. So it's a song. So this song is pretty much a cautionary tale of what of about someone who was obsessed and how their obsession with someone can lead them into dire situations. So very dope song, very dope message, and it's a very solid song for what it is. So I like it. Track 6 is I Don't Want to Be Alone. Now this is a very cool song here, and this one talks about so pretty much This is a love song about a man who has been hurt before but is willing to try again with the woman he's into. The lyrics describe the man waiting for the woman at a hotel lobby and feeling nervous and anxious in his suit when she finally arrives. But her presence makes him forget all of his fears. Although he is hesitant and unsure about whether the relationship will work out, he is willing to try again and take a risk because he doesn't want to be alone anymore. In the chorus, the man explains that he was checking the woman out to make sure she was right for him and that he doesn't want to be alone anymore. Despite feeling hurt in the past and not being sure whether things will work out, he is willing to take the risk of pursuing her for the opportunity to be happy and not alone. The second verse of the song highlights the tension and confusion that often comes with starting a new relationship, as the man is unsure about how to navigate the situation and avoid getting hurt again. Ultimately, the song is about taking the chance of finding love, even if it means opening yourself up to the possibility of being hurt. So, very cool song, very cool message, and again, I love Billy Joel's vocals. Now, this is a real like I'm gonna get this out of the way. This is a real singer. Like Billy Joel is a real singer, not like one of these people out here like J Lo or Drake or SZA or any of these singers who don't do nothing but talk to their lyrics and people think that's singing. Like you do realize that there's a clear difference between actual emotional singing and then there's emo emo singing where people are just talking through talking through the lyrics and they're not even belting their voices. They're not, or their vocals don't match up with the beat of, of the music. But people like yeah, Billy Joel, uh, Patti LaBelle, Aretha Franklin, Grace Jones, Gilbert Sullivan, they have emotions in their voice. They put in the hard work in their music. And while SZA and Drake, yeah, not Drake. While SZA is a dope artist, she's not the best vocalist. Like she's not the best vocalist at all. Neither is J Lo. Oh, what do you think? Sorry. It's all good. On the Glass House. It's the Glass House. Hey, very sorry. I literally just got home and my phone has been acting up, bro. It's all good. Oh, yeah, it's all good, Mike. It's all good. I'm about to go on track 7 on the Glass Houses album. Okay, okay, cool. I'll join on the next review you do for sure. Yeah. Yeah, the okay, yeah, the next review is custard and culture club. So be on the lookout for that. Yeah, yeah. The next review is going to be on custard and culture club. So be on the lookout for that. So where okay. So in the chorus, oh okay, okay, I'm right here. So the second verse of the song highlights the tension and confusion that often comes with starting a new relationship. As the man is unsure about how to navigate the situation and avoid getting hurt again. Ultimately, okay, I already read this part. Okay, so so very dope song. I like it. Very cool song. Very cool. Now, track 7 is Sleeping with the Television On. Now, this is a very dope song right here. Very up tempo, and this one this one describes a woman named Diane who is looking for true love, but has been hurt before. She is guarded and uses her zap gun to protect herself from potential suitors until she finds someone she deems good. Diane's eyes may be saying, "Talk to me," but her attitude suggests that she doesn't have the time for anyone who may not be worth it. Joel admits that he is intimidated by Diane and wishes he were less of a thinker and more of a risk taker. But ultimately, both Diane and Joel are sleeping with their television on, a, a metaphor for their emotional disconnect, fear of vulnerability, and perhaps even loneliness. The lyrics of "Sleeping with the Television On" are open to interpretation, but at its core, the song explores the ways in which we protect ourselves from emotional pain and the risks we take or don't take when it comes to matters of the heart. Diane's zap gun is a defensive mechanism that she uses to keep people at bay until she finds the right person. Meanwhile, Joe's he- hesitancy to find approach her is a sign that that he too is afraid to put himself out there. The television becomes a symbol of their emotional distance and serves as a reminder that they're not fully present with each other. Billy Joel wrote "Sitting with the Television On" for his 1980 album Glass Houses. The album was a departure from the sound of his previous records and showcased a more aggressive rock oriented style. So pretty dope song, very dope song, and very up tempo. I love the beat. I love the production. So everything about the song is very fire. Love it. Track 8 is "You Were the One." Now this is a pretty cool song right here. A pretty cool song right here where it's both in English and French. So so interestingly, Joel is singing in both English and French, which makes it very cool. The song "You Were the One" tells the story of a man who keeps going back to a smoky bar in hopes of seeing his past lover's face again. He talks to himself about how she was the only one who could save him from himself and seeks affection from other people, but knows no one can replace his former love. The lyrics are emotional and relatable, as many people have experienced heartbreak and the inability to move on. The use of repetition of "you were the one" emphasizes the significance of the past lover in the man's life and how hard it is to let go. The French lyrics added to the melancholy and nostalgic tone of the song. The song was released in 1981 as part of Joel's album Songs in the Attic. It was not released as a single, but still received airplay on radio stations. You Were the One, well, see it tot toy. I don't have, I'm not affluent in French, but I'll say You Were the One. Yeah, yeah, it was you. Interesting that, interesting, interestingly, the song was inspired by Billy Joel's experiences in France and his love for French culture. Phew. So, very cool song, very solid song, and yeah, I like it. Now, I want to tie these last two songs together, and so track 9 is close to the borderline, and track 10 is through the long night. So track 9 close to the borderline is a excuse me, it's a pretty cool song that reflects the challenging reality of life in the west side of Manhattan in the early 80s. The lyrics briefly weave together several incidents on the street to paint a picture of the despair and hopelessness of people living on the edge. The first verse opens with a blackout and a heat wave, a .44 caliber homicide, bums dropping dead, and dogs gone mad in packs. Against this backdrop of violence, a young girl standing on a ledge looks like contemplating suicide. She wants to end her life due to the pressures she is facing, but Joel reflects her thoughts as wanting to hit those bricks because the news at 6 p.m. has to stick to a deadline. Joel highlighted how even though people face immense pressure, the world continues to go on and nobody cares. Joel further brings out the contrast in the society when he sings about how millionaires hide in their big place mansions while bag ladies, homeless women with nothing to lose, threw their bones in his face. The song captures a sense of hopelessness and despair within the society where people are unable to fight back as they can't afford to sacrifice things, including their lives. Joel talks talks of walking down the west side where he gets attacked by a kid with a stereo sound that he doesn't want to hear. But the kid wouldn't turn it off. The lyrics paint a picture of a society where people are struggling to hold back their tears until it's closing time. Joel describes how he survived and is still alive, but is getting close to the borderline, implying that he is slowly approaching his breaking point. So pretty cool song, very cool message, and I love the production, and as it's also a tempo as well, and and again I like the vocals by Billy Joel. So this song is fire. I like it, and the the last track on this album is "Through the Long Night." Very cool way, very good way to end off the album. And this one talks about so through the long night. This one expresses the idea of unconditional love and support. The song describes a situation where the person they love is going through a hard time with cold hands, sad eyes, and dark iris silence. Despite the late hour, the singer pledges to stay with them through the long night. They describe the person's pain and fears as warm tears, bad dreams, and soft trembling shoulders, and old fears. The person has a past that has been marked by past sins that are long gone, and they should be sleeping. But the singer here with them makes sure they are all right. Towards the end of the song, the singer acknowledges that there was a time when they almost lost the person they love, and that the person had to go through some suffering to understand what they needed it. The singer affirms that they didn't start the problem that broke the person's heart a long time ago, but they want to hold them in the present. The singer assures the person that they will wait with them through the long night, and they believe that the person holding them is all that they need to know. Through the Long Night is a captivating love song by Billy Joel that was included in his ninth studio album, Glass Houses, in, in 1980. So very cool song, very cool way very cool way to end out the album. So I like it, and that's the whole entire album. So overall, very good album by Billy Joel. Sorry, I love the production of the album. I love um the up tempo. I love the production. I love Billy Joel's vocals. I think he's a, a very dope singer, and he did his thing on both on 10 of these songs, and and I, I just love his singing. I love his singing, and I love how he can do more than just rock music. Like he can do pop, soul, jazz, doo wop. Like he can do any genre because that's how versatile he is. And the producer is Phil Ramone. Yeah, Phil Ramone. So it has one producer and no features. So the whole album is good, very good. So I'm gonna give it a I'll recommend a recommended thumbs up. Yep. So I'm gonna give it a recommended thumbs up because if you enjoy like rock music from the 80s, the early 80s, then you would enjoy this album because it captures what how the 80s is like very fun, very poppy, upbeat, up tempo, just enjoyable to listen to. And now with that out of the way, we're we're gonna go jump into another album that was released 3 years later after Glass Houses, and that is Innocent Man. And this album was released on August 8th, 1983, and it was recorded in Chelsea Sound and A&R Recording Inc. In New York in the spring of 1983. The genre for this album is doo-wop, soul, pop, and rock and roll, and it was released on Family Production and Columbia Records. And again, only one producer, and that is Phil Ramone. So, in Innocent Man, what separates this from his his other album, Glass Houses, is that this one is a concept album that's a tribute to the American popular music of Joel's adolescent years, with Joel paying homage to to a, to a number of different and popular American music styles from the late 1950s and early 1960s, most notably doo-wop and soul music. The album cover artwork was taken on the front steps of 142 Mercer Street, just north of the intersection of Mercer and Prince Street in the Soho neighborhood of Manhattan, New York City. So, so with that being said, when you listen to this album, it had it has many references to those to those like 1950s and 1960s like doo-wop songs, soul songs, traditional pop songs as well. So I really love the homage that Billy Joel is giving tribute to. And so this is the album cover right here that I'm gonna show you right now. Like this is the album cover right here. Very dope album cover. It's just him sitting in the front of 142 Mercer Mercer Street. So a very dope album cover right here. Just very simple, very simple. And with this, so similar to um Glass Houses, this one has 10 tracks as well. So let's get this started. So track number 6 is Easy Money. Yep. Track 1 is Easy Money. Very dope song here. And this one pays homage to James Brown and Wilson Pickett. And you can definitely hear it in this song. And this song depicts a man who is seeking to take a break from his hardworking life and indulge himself in the thrill of making money easily without having to work for it. The man is tempted by the possibility of instant gratification from gambling, racing, and other forms of easy money making activities. So pretty much get rich quick schemes, basically. The first verse of the song speaks to the man's willingness to go anywhere that promised him easy money, from the racetracks to gambling dens. The chorus reveals his attraction to the idea of easy money and, and the possibility of getting ahead by sheer luck. He doesn't want to work for his money and instead wishes to live to have life's pleasures without any effort. The second verse outlines his desire to participate in risky activities that promise quick money, even if even if it means losing his hard-earned cash. He is willing to try his hand at any game of chance, convinced that he has a good system to win. The bridge of the song conveys that the man understands the risk of what he's doing, but he's willing to take those chances. The overall tone of the song is cynical, as the man seeks an easy way out of his problems and refuses to work hard for his money. The lyrics serve as a reminder that there is no shortcuts to success, and that life is not always about taking risks for a quick buck. So yeah, very dope song right here. So pretty much it talks about you like in order to work it in order to earn good money, you need to work you need to work hard for it. Like hard work is the key to life. Like don't take shortcuts because they don't always help. Not all the time, because they can lead you into so much crap. So it's easy to work hard in order to succeed in life. So very dope song that can resonate with anyone. So very cool song, love it. Track two is An Innocent Man. Uh, pretty solid, pretty cool track right here. Where this one, like, so this the title track right here, and it's about a, a, a sensitive man trying to convince a woman who has been hurt in the past to stop protect, protecting herself and opening up to him. The song's lyrics are full of empathy and understanding for someone who has been hurt before. In the first verse, the song talks about how some people tend to stay away door from doors if there's a chance of it opening up because it might remind them of their past trauma. They live with the fear that they may be hurt again. The second verse talks about people who've been hurt but before and find it easier to hate rather than to wait for love. The chorus of the song talks about how the singer is an innocent man, wants to restore the woman's faith and love, and is willing to do anything to resurrect the love that the woman has been denying herself. Joel mentioned that An Innocent Man was an attempt to write homage in the style of Benny King and the Drifters. He said that he had always been a fan of that type of music and, and wanted to write a song that recreated the style that recreated the style. So very cool song and very cool homage to Benny King and the Drifters, who are also R&B soul singers from that era, from the 50s and 60s era. So very cool song. I like it. Now track three, The Longest Time. this is a very great song right here, and this is a doo-wop song that pays homage to Frank Lemon and the Teenagers, and this one is about love that has lasted so long that the singer finds it difficult to explain. The song expresses how the singer has found happiness and inspiration from the love of his life. The song starts with a statement of eternal love, and that the singer would have still have and that the singer would still have music to write if he ever lost his love. This is to say, he is so inspired by the love that they share that the essence can never leave him. In the subsequent verses, the singer expresses his happiness for the love he has found. He remembers when he thought his innocence was gone, but he was wrong because happiness goes on, and that's where he found his soulmate. He affirms that the woman in his life is the greatest miracle of all, and both she and the singer need each other. For the singer, this is something that hadn't happened for the longest time. The pre-chorus changes slightly for the second verse, where the singer expresses his doubts about the future of their love. However, the singer is ready to take the chance and expresses how he is grateful for for what he has and the woman he has become. He repeats that he's a he is a fool for everything else except loving his partner. In conclusion, the song "Longest Time" is written from the perspective of someone who has found happiness and inspiration from a long lasting love, and how the future is uncertain, but how he is willing to take the chance because he wants to find he wants to hold his love for the longest time. So very dope song, very great song, and again I love the doo wop homage that they pay tribute to, which is the group Frank Lamont, Frankie Lamont, and the Teenagers. So very cool song, very dope song, love it, love the song. Track four is This Night. This one is a tribute to Little Anthony and the Imperials, and the chorus tune is Ludwig van Beethoven's Pathetique Sonata, is how you pronounce it. So very cool song right here, This Night. So very solid song right here. So pretty much this one talks about someone who has made a promise to not get involved romantically with someone else, but ends up breaking that promise. It emphasizes how love can be unpredictable and how it can make people change their minds. As the song progresses, the singer highlights his fear of falling in love and the complications that come with it. He struggles with conflicting emotions as he wants to forget someone he used to love, but also wants to be with the person he's currently dancing with. The song ends with the singer acknowledging that acknowledging the fact that this night with this person is all that matters, and they can worry about the complications of love later. One of the themes that Joel explores in this song is the concept of time. He repeatedly emphasizes that tomorrow is a long time away, suggesting that the present moment with someone you love is all that matters. The song is also significant because it tells a small story that's relatable to many people who have experienced conflicting emotions while in a romantic relationship or while dancing with someone they're attracted to. Lastly, Joel's use of repetition adds to the emphasis on time, which adds a layer of nostalgia and reflection to the song. So, a very cool song and a very cool homage to Little Anthony and the Imperials and the chorus tune by Ludwig van Beethoven. Well, the chorus tune, Ludwig van Beethoven's Pathetique Sonata. Sonata. How you pronounce? Yeah, there you go. There you go. So very cool song. I'll take it or leave it. Now, track number 5 is "Tell Her About It," which is a homage to Motown groups like the Supremes and the Temptations, which are very dope groups, by the way. Like very, very dope, very dope groups as well. Like they're legends too. So try number 5 is "Tell Her About It," which is a very which is one 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 of my favorite songs of this album, and this this one talks about giving advice to a young man who is in a who is in a relationship but unsure about how to communicate with his girlfriend. The singer uses personal experiences to encourage the young man to open up and express his feelings to his girlfriend and not to let a good thing slip away. The singer warns the young man that a nice girl won't tell him what to do, and that clear communication is key to a successful relationship. The song it emphasizes the importance of reassuring one's partner, showing affection, and being honest and open with one another. The lyrics to "Tell Her About It" were written and recorded by Billy Joel in 1983. The song was a hit, reaching number one on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 chart and was included on Joel's album Innocent Man. The song was inspired by Joel's experiences in his relationships, and he has said that he wrote it as a tribute to the Motown, no, to the music of Motown, which he grew up listening to. So this is a very great track, a very great track, and I love the homage that and I love his the homage that he had tributed to the groups like Diana Ross and the Supremes and the Temptations. So very cool, very dope song, very dope single. Love it. Oh, and by the way, an innocent man, longest time, this night, tell her about it. Uh, Uptown girl, leaving a tender moment alone, and keeping the faith. Um, those are those are singles on this album. So tell her about it. It's a a very dope song. I love it. Love love this song. Love this song. Love this song. Now another song that I also really love and is Uptown Girl. She's been living in her uptown world. Like that song right here. Uptown Girl. Very, very great, very, very dope. Like one of my favorite songs on this album as well. And this one tells the story of a man from a more modest background who's falling in love with a woman who has always lived in her uptown world. The woman is used to the finer things in life and is used to today men who come from a similar lifestyle. However, the singer believes that he can win her over with his love. This anthem to breaking down social barriers was released in 1983 and has since become one of Joel's most beloved hits. The song can be interpreted as a commentary on class barriers and, and the difficulties of crossing them. And the singer wants to prove that despite not being from an affluent background, he can still win the heart of the uptown girl. The uptown girl, meanwhile, is growing tired of her high class life and, and, and is looking for something new and exciting by seeking a downtown man. The lyrics capture the contrast between the two worlds of these two different characters and the singer's determination to try and overcome the distance that divides them. So very dope song, very dope lyrics. I love the lyrics, especially um Uptown Girl. She's been living in her uptown world. I bet she never had a backstreet guy. I bet her mama never told her why. I'm gonna try for an uptown girl. She's been living in her white bread world as long as anyone with hot blood can. And now she's looking for a downtown man. That's what I am. And when she knows what she wants from her time, and when she wakes up and makes up her mind, she'll see I'm not so tough just because I'm in love with an uptown girl. Like very dope lyrics. Like this, like very one of the most catchiest songs of this album. Like I can never get tired of this song, not one bit. Very dope song. Very classic song right here. Classic song right here. Pretty much all these songs are classics, but this is a real highlight. So very dope song, very cool lyrics, and again, it's Billy Joel. So what you expect from a very cool man like a very cool man like him. So very dope song, love it, love it, love it. So for these two tracks, I'm gonna tie these two tracks. Same thing with it. Same thing with the last two tracks. So so track number 7 and 8. Track 7 is Killer's Talk, and track 8 is Christy Lee. Ow. Okay. Okay, so track 7 is Killer's Talk, and track 8 is Christy Lee. So track 6, Uptown Girl, is a homage to Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons. So track 7 is a homage to Sam Cooke. So this song, so track 7, pretty cool song here. Um, the track is okay. It's a pretty cool song, solid song, where it talks about the imbued with things of rumor, lies, and jealousy. The song is a reflection on the culture of gossip that seems to surround us all, where people delight and talk about others without any respect for the truth or the consequences of their words. The lyrics acknowledge that rumors and lies are frequently spread about the singer and their partner, and that despite the claims of others, both remain faithful and committed to one another. From the opening verse, Joel sings "Careless Talk." That's what careless talk. That's what you heard about me. Jealous talk. That's what I heard about you. He then goes on to lament the constant stream of idle chatter and untruths that are spread about them both, stating that they don't even know why people continue to spread falsehoods. Throughout the song, Joel emphasizes that people should find something better to do than to gossip and talk about others, asking why can't people find something better to do? The chorus repeats the same themes of rumors and lies, with Joel asserting that he doesn't believe what people are saying, and acknowledges that his partner's reputation is also at stake. He references how intimate moments and conversations shared between them have been exposed, leading to a deeper invasion of their privacy. Despite all of this, he remains defiant, saying that he won't give in to the rumors and that Killer's talk will make a difference to him, which is a very relevant, because so many people, because this song can relate to people who've been in those tight spots where people don't know when to keep their mouth shut, essentially. So the whole song is about people who don't people who don't see people who don't know when to keep their mouth shut. They just want to ramble, blah, ramble, and rant with without no ifs or buts. So very solid song. I like it, and also track number 8 is another cool song here, where this one talks about the story of a man named Joe who played the saxophone in the nightclub, and a woman named Christy Lee whom he met there. So pretty much the whole song describes how Joe was infatuated with Christy Lee from the from from the moment he saw her, and how she reciprocated his feelings to a certain extent. They engaged in a romantic affair, but Joe soon found out that he was not the only man in her life. The song suggests that Joe became obsessed with the idea of being with Christy Lee, but she only wanted him for his saxophone playing. The lyrics in Christy Lee are told from the perspective of someone who knew Joe and the woman he's infatuated with, but it's not clear who this person is. The song deals with themes of love, desire, and power struggles within relationships. Christy Lee is portrayed as a strong and independent woman who takes what she wants from men without any emotional attachment. In contrast, Joe is described as being weak and unable to resist Lee's seduction. Overall, the song is a cautionary tale of the dangers of falling in love with someone for the wrong reasons and how one can easily lose themselves in the process. So, pretty cool song. I like it. Now, track number 9. So these last two tracks, I'm also gonna tie in. So track number 9 is Leave a Tender Moment Alone. Now this is a very cool song here, which pays homage to Smokey Robinson. And oh, track 8 pays homage to Little Richard or Jerry Lee Lewis. So track number 9, Leave a Tender Moment Alone, pays homage to Smokey Robinson. Now this is very great song right here, and this one is also a single as well. And pretty much leave a tender mom- leave a tender moment alone. Talks about talks about the fear and anxiety that can come with being in love. He describes feeling so afraid that he might say the wrong thing just to have something to say and not wanting to ruin the moment by cracking a joke or trying to keep the conversation light. Despite his fear, Joel knows that his feelings for this woman are real and he must leave any tender moment alone, never trying to force or ruin a special moment just because he is scared. Joel also sings about the fear of facing reality in a romantic relationship. Even though he knows that he's in love, he finds himself avoiding the facts and looking for ways to escape. He realizes that he cannot continue to hide his true emotions and he must face the reality of his relationship. The lyrics can be interpreted as being about those moments in relationships where everything seems to be going perfectly, but the fear of ruining the moment can cause unnecessary tension and anxiety. Joel is encouraging his listeners to recognize when a moment is special and not to try to force or ruin it with the wrong words or actions. Instead, he suggests leaving it alone and letting it naturally unfold. So, very great song, very dope song, and one of the key highlights on the album, An Innocent Man. So, very great song. I love it. Love love this song. And the last song on this album is Keep Keeping the Faith, which is another single, and this pays homage to Pretty Wright's song "Clean Up Woman" and legal homage to pre um, English invasion rock and roll or pre British invasion rock and roll. Sorry about that. So keeping the faith, which is a dope way to end off the album. And this one talks about, keeping the faith. So this one talks about Joel reflects on his past and reminisces about the good old days. He acknowledges that he may appear to be lost in nostalgia and growing older, but his past has never hindered him from living in the present. He credits his hunger for life for keeping him going, particularly his love for music and the Wild Boys who inspired him. He mentions his love for rock and roll and how it resonates with him as a way to keep the memories and faith alive. The lyrics reference his teenage years when he and his friends would dress in flashy clothing and dance to rock and roll music. He takes pride in expressing his passion for life and the memories he has made along the way. The song is an upbeat tune that combines elements of rock and jazz music. It was released in 1984 and was the second single from Joel's album, Innocent Man. The song reaches number 18 on the US charts and became a popular hit. So very cool song, very dope song, and a very nice way to end off the album. And that was Keeping the Faith. And that's in the album. So overall, An Innocent Man, very, 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 very great album, very dope album, and it's also a classic album from the early 1980s. And with this album, I love the production by Phil Ramone. I love Billy Joel's singing because again, he's a he's a very dope singer, a very good singer, an actual real singer, and I love how he paid homage to yeah, I love how this album pays tribute to the American popular music of the 1950s and early 1960s, most notably from the doo-wop, jazz, and soul music era. And I just love the whole album. It's catchy. It's fun. It's catchy. It makes you want to dance. It makes you want to dance. And I love how he paid tribute to famous singers and groups such as James Brown, Wilson Pickett, Benny King, the Drifters, Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers, Little Anthony and the Imperials, the Supremes, the Temptations, Frankie Valli, the Four Seasons, Sam Cooke, Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis, Smokey Robinson, and forgive me for my stuttering, Betty Wright. There you go. There you go. So I love how so I appreciate how he paid tribute to these classic, these legendary singers. Rest in, rest in peace to all of them because all of them died. Yeah. All of them died. Yeah, all of them passed away. Yeah, yeah. All these people, these people. Well, not all of them, because Frankie Valli is still live. Like he's still living. He's still living. And the fourth season, yeah, he's still living. But it's just most of these singers have passed away. So rest in peace to most of them. To most of them. But I love this album, and I love the 1950s, the 1960s vintage vibe to it. So with that being said, I'm giving this album a big thumbs up because if yes, I'll that I'm giving this album a big the thumbs up because if you enjoy albums that have that 1950s style to it, like for instance, if you love Back to Basics by Christina Aguilera, or if you like Amy Winehouse's music, then you will love Innocent Man. It's because this album it's just as great as Back to Basics and any song by Amy Winehouse. So it an Innocent Man, very dope album, very very great album, a classic album from the 1980s. And with that being said, I'm gonna end this off right here because I gotta charge my phone up. It's on 8%. So next review is gonna be Custard, Respect All Life Forms, and Culture Club's Color by Numbers. And after that review, I'm gonna tackle DeBarge's two albums, All This Love and In a Special Way. So be on the lookout for those. And with that being said, I'm gonna end this live stream off right here. And this is Rayshawn Butler. And make sure you have these two albums in your collection. And I'll see you in the next live stream. Peace.